So we just entered into the Popeye Village. Popeye Village is here in Malta on the main island. If you know anything about the Popeye movie, which I assume you do because you are checking out this video, it was filmed here in Malta. So what they did was, once the movie was wrapped, they left the setup, and Malta has actually turned it into basically a tourist attraction that's been going for 41 years, if I'm correct. The movie was shot in 1980. Just behind me, as you can see, is the village. So this is just the entryway here. That's the ticket booth. The tickets were €11 a person, so we paid 22. Just off the top of my head, I'd say that's about 25 USD. And Rachel's got a little show times here.
Yeah, so they have a show like every 15 minutes, it looks like. A puppet show, a cinema documentary. When you enter the cinema, you get free popcorn. And then there's also some building in here that you can enter that gives you a free postcard as well.
Oh, nice. So one thing to note, I saw this in someone else's video, so we did bring our bathing suits. It's not exactly the warmest day, but as you can see just here is the most beautiful freaking little swim spot. I mean, that water is insanely beautiful. But if you see here, you can just walk down right into the water, and just here are some changing rooms. And near the changing rooms are also some free restrooms. And that's basically just as you first enter and come down. So if you make your way down to the water, you can go for a swim either after a long day of walking around, or just at any point if you want to hop in.
Here's a bit more of this beautiful cove. It really was breathtaking and eye-catching. No matter where you were as you walked along, you could just look over and see these beautiful waters. It itself is worth coming to see.
So if you're one to play mini golf, just here where I was showing you the little ramp to go down into this beautiful crystal clear water is the mini golf setup here. I don't know if, oh, I guess there's the little putters and stuff there, so you can just grab them and just kind of walk about and play a little game. It does say next boat trip here, and then just on this other side here it said boat trip queue here, so I'm not sure if they do a little row around the bay or what. So here is a bit of the general store. You can stop and get yourself a souvenir. This is also where you would stop and get your free postcard. Well, we just grabbed our postcard and it looks like one of the shows is going down. Figured we'd sit back and check it out. They've got all kinds of shows throughout the day, as Rachel was showing you on her little schedule there. So here's a bit of the cinema. Just inside the entry there, through that little entryway there, is where you can get some popcorn, and there's basically a host. Here is basically a documentary on the set, the building, the movie itself. I believe right now it's most likely in Maltese, but I would assume it's also in English. I'm not a dentist, but I'm pretty sure they gave this guy way too much gas. This is a neat little room. It actually had a bit of information on the gentleman who created Popeye, but as you can see, there's just all kinds of old memorabilia. Some of the stuff looks like it's pretty dated. It's really neat, actually. And just over in the corner is the movie, which I assume is playing in its entirety. And there's a little bit of theater type seating here. It looks like you could just sit and watch the whole movie. This is a fun little area. There's a bunch of little games you could play here. Keep yourself busy, get the kids entertained. I find this one pretty relevant during the current times. This is a toilet paper toss here. Looks like the toilet papers are there. There's like a Jenga, looks like some tic-tac-toes, checkers, chess kind of deals going on here. Bit of an interesting feature, they have like a Christmas town here basically. I'm not sure if this is just something they added to add a little spice to the holiday season when people come. But we just watched this movie and I certainly don't remember anything about a Christmas village.
Most definitely not.
Pretty neat little automated thing here. This is a bit curious. I don't know if these are bewitched severed arms working here or what's going on there.
I mean,
but
it's not creepy at all.
no, it's fine. Making Christmas, making Christmas. I was just saying this would be pretty far out if you were on some hallucinogenics here. It's pretty colorful and
This is wild.
it's a little bit off too, you know.
I mean, for real, this guy's catching his beard on fire.
Where?
Right here, look.
Oh my gosh. Neat little flower store here. You have to look around if you're younger and you're doing this scavenger hunt, basically. I know the answer to this one, so I'll show you real quick. So this one is, when did the movie start filming? And that is 1980. And there's a snake and a lizard in here. So here's the Oils guest house, which is pretty neat. This is where Popeye comes initially and he meets Olive Oil. But as we come inside, you can see this one's pretty extensive. I'm assuming you could probably make your way to Popeye's room.
Popeye's room.
Oh, this is it here, this corner,
This is it. Because it has a picture of it.
Oh, his Papa.
Me, Papa.
huh? Is that his robe there?
I believe so. And his tank top and hammock and all that.
This is a pretty neat one. As you go about the park, you'll see these different things. There's some kind of scavenger hunt or something to that effect that you can participate in. Yeah, this place is neat. It's actually, like I was saying, pretty extensive. It's one of the more explorable buildings here. I'm not sure where this leads, but let's find out. Is there an upstairs? Is this a dead end? What's in here? Nothing. It's a dead end. This must have been Olive Oil's room. Little gravesite here as you end the, basically what is the completion here. I think maybe down here there's a pool or something. Some pretty funny sayings on some of these headstones here. And in general, if you pay attention as you walk around, there's a lot of little quips and silly things written on a lot of this, as you can see here. Well, we've come to the far end here. It looks like there's not much else. It does look like there's a pool here and a bit of sunbeds that you could probably get in the season. That's all shut down for now, of course. The site was pretty beautiful. I thought it was pretty neat. There's definitely a few cheesy, corny things here. It is neat, though, actually, with the little Christmas town, which is kind of...
which is my favorite part,
yeah,
actually, which is weird.
Oddly enough, I think it was mine as well, because it was kind of odd and, like, pretty cheesy, but... I was reading in a review online and it was saying that the site was pretty worn down and damaged, but I didn't see that. And if it was, those parts have certainly been repaired. Like this guy here looks pretty worn down, but I think that might be part of the whole overall.
Right. I think he was built worn down.
Right, and then of course he's been here for 41 years. But this little cove here is just so beautiful. Well, if you make the journey, you certainly have to come up over to this other side here and get a view down of these beautiful waters again, and just of this whole shot of the village here. What do you think? Was it worth 11 euros?
I would say yes, especially if you've got younger ones.
Huh.
But if you're into corny things like I am, then maybe you'll enjoy it too.
For sure. And I think too, there's a few old like defense points here, and then there's a super old site. But other than that, there's that one was like 6,000-year-old site here.
Oh, on Gozo, yeah.
Yeah. But other than that, on this main island, I'm not sure there's much to do other than
Right, they live the different fortresses and defensive towers and stuff like that.
Right.
Old castles and whatnot.
But as far as like family things to do, this is certainly something to come do if you've got young kids. I saw quite a few kids here, and they really look like they were enjoying themselves. So for 11 euros, certainly if you've got some kids, bring them down here and check it out. If you're just kind of like an old movie nerd, come check it out. Or if you just want something to do, come check it out. It's certainly beautiful scenes here. And I think we're going to head out, but thanks for coming along. Stay safe and stay sane out there.
Got scoots, got ski dam the boo, skilly do the bum, the be bend the bum, rip up what eat it to game to be, skilly di did dum, the be bum the bum, up to this bum, the be bum the bow, skit and scat and skilly di did dum, the skidder but the did got scoots, got ski dam the boo, skilly do the bum, the be bend the bum, rip up what eat it to game to be, skilly di did dum, the be bum.